They say every small town hides its own dark secret. And in the quiet outskirts of Nashville, Tennessee, there's a story people refuse to talk about. A story about a house that stands silent now, but once held something unexplainable, something that moved on its own. In 2015, a man named Ethan Graves bought a small abandoned house on the edge of Nashville. It was cheap, too cheap, but he didn't care. He just wanted a place away from the noise of the city, somewhere he could restore and call his own. The realtor warned him, "The house has history." Ethan laughed it off. Ghost stories didn't scare him. When he first stepped inside, the air felt heavy, like the walls were breathing. The wallpaper peeled off like dead skin. The floorboards creaked under his feet. And in the middle of the living room, there it was, a broom standing upright. No strings, no support, just standing there, perfectly balanced, as if someone had placed it deliberately. He thought it was just a prank by some local kids. He picked it up and leaned it against the wall. But when he came back the next morning, it was standing again, in the same exact spot. That's when strange things began. At first, it was small, faint knocks on the walls, whisper-like drafts, shadows flickering in candlelight. But soon, he began hearing something else, sweeping sounds. Late at night, like someone cleaning the wooden floors. Slowly, rhythmically. He'd walk into the living room, but no one was there. The broom stood silently, like a soldier on duty. One night, he decided to record it. He placed his phone on the counter and left it facing the broom before going to bed. At 3:14 a.m., the video caught movement. The broom twitched, then began gliding slowly across the floor. No wind, no strings, no human touch. Just silent, graceful movement, as if it remembered how to clean. The next morning, Ethan went to his neighbor, an old woman named Martha Briggs. When he mentioned the broom, her face turned pale. She whispered, "You bought the old Wallace house, didn't you?" He nodded. She took a deep breath and said, "That broom belonged to Eleanor Wallace, the woman who lived there before. She was known in town as a clean freak, couldn't stand a speck of dust anywhere." Ethan laughed nervously. "So what? Her ghost's still cleaning?" But Martha didn't smile. She said, "Eleanor wasn't just obsessed with cleaning. She was possessed by it. She lost her mind after her husband's death. Townfolk say she died while sweeping the floor. Heart attack right there." Holding that broom, Ethan's stomach twisted. "She was buried behind the house," Martha whispered. "But the broom, it was left standing where she fell." That night, Ethan tried burning the broom. He carried it outside, poured gasoline, and set it on fire. The flames danced high, and for a second he felt relief. But the next morning, the broom was back, unburned, standing in the same place. From that night on, the activity escalated. Doors slammed by themselves. Dust swept itself into piles. Sometimes he woke up coughing, choking on cleaning powder floating in the air. Once, he found the word "dirty" written on his mirror, traced perfectly in soap foam. The sound of sweeping grew louder each night, echoing down the hallway, closer and closer to his bedroom door. Ethan's mind began to break. He stopped eating. He couldn't sleep. He'd wake up to find the broom standing next to his bed, its wooden handle touching his shoulder, like someone silently tapping him awake. One night, he finally snapped. He shouted, "What do you want from me?" The broom fell to the ground. And then, the lights flickered. A woman's faint voice whispered through the air, "Clean! My house!" His eyes widened. He could smell something now. Lemon polish, bleach, and something else, rotting flesh. In a desperate attempt to end it, Ethan dug behind the house, near the old oak tree, where Martha said Eleanor was buried. But as his shovel hit the dirt, it struck something solid. He brushed away the soil, revealing a wooden handle, the same broom, buried deep in the ground. But if that broom was there, then what was inside the house? He ran back inside, only to find the broom in the living room again, standing upright, facing him. The next morning, neighbors found Ethan's house door wide open, his tools scattered, his phone shattered near the fireplace. The police report said he was never found. Only one thing remained: a broom, standing upright in the center of the room. To this day, locals say if you visit that old house in Nashville and stay quiet enough, you can hear faint sweeping sounds on the wooden floors. And sometimes, if the candlelight flickers just right, you'll see a shadow of a woman holding a broom, still cleaning forever. Some stories aren't about haunted houses, they're about haunted memories. And sometimes, the dead don't want to hurt you, they just don't know they're gone. The haunted broom of Nashville, a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold the darkest souls. You watched EchoDotexe, now check your shadows.